Hey, what's up everyone? Blade here, and welcome back to the road to getting my C-Class license for the open wheel series in iRacing. Man, I worded that really awkwardly. What the heck? Anyways, today we're in the F4s at Summit Point, and this was an interesting race, to put it bluntly. But yeah, I hope you all enjoy it. Very simple goal in all this, guys. Stick it on pole, and I don't know how possible that'll be. I'm not that slow compared to some of the faster guys I saw in the open practice session. But nonetheless, slower is still being slower. That made sense. Just gotta commit to it, and you can nail it down. But you also have very little off-track room before you hit the gravel trap, so you gotta be nice with it. Oh, I didn't mean to do it that hard. Well, this lap's kind of botched already. That's alright. Well, I missed that apex by a little bit. That's alright. My idea is to just send it this lap. Oop. What was that? Alright, a 1:10.7. That's not bad. That's not a bad lap. We can do better. You can always do better. Well, this time I didn't take enough curb. I didn't hit it at all, matter of fact. That's the thing with that turn. I feel like I either am taking too much curb, or I just don't take any curb at all. It's the same thing with the last turn too, is you want to kind of like get to the curve and then drift off, but like I can't pull it off without hitting the gravel, going off track, and then boom, lap invalidated. You suck. Come on, was there at least improvement? That was slower. Okay, well.
Alright, there's checkered flag.
P6. Say P6. That's good. That's always a good thing.
The estimated strength of field is 610.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Expect to be fighting for the podium.
I'll give it my best shot. Here we go. Lock it in.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh, we got the jump here.
The next car's the leader. Car on your left. Still there. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Clear on the left. 2 wide.
Up to second.
Clear.
Crazy start, so we got an insane jump there. So surprisingly, we see everyone make it through turn 1 safely, which is honestly shocking. Have a nice little scrap here with the number 7 cars. We work our way together, wheel to wheel through turn 1. Having a nice little battle, but it's iRacing. Things don't stay that way forever. We've got to run.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
I did not mean to do that. Not a lot to say. He just braked earlier than I expected. I locked up, hit him, unsettled his car, and unfortunately he went off track in the end.
Clear on the right. Your front wing is damaged. You might get understeered due to off downforce.
Alright, look, well, to be fair, alright, he kind of like... They're gonna get slipstream on me, that's not good. Despite saying this, it actually was smooth sailing for a little bit until we get back through to turn 1 on lap 3, where this happens.
Still there. Still there. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Clear on the left. 2 wide. You're on the left.
Well, what was that?
You've got wheel damage. The next car's the leader.
He messed up my wheel!
Damage. Let's get that fixed.
You love to see it. Love to see it. Oh my gosh.
All the damage is repairable.
8x off the rip. Yay! Lovely. Now I gotta wait 2 minutes. What even happened? Well, past me, I'm actually kind of glad you asked that question, because despite the fact you'll hear me complain a lot throughout this race about people driving very dangerously, this incident was a little bit less on the guy than I thought. As you can see, his wheel locks up, which in turn leads to him hitting. But again, something you'll hear a lot in racing is that even though a mistake happened and it wasn't his fault, that doesn't disqualify him from the blame of the accident. But let's get back into the main part of this video, which you came here for, the racing. Yeah, now I'm lapped by literally everyone.
Left side. The car in P4. Just set the fastest lap. 10.387. Clear on the left. Car on your left.
I mean, I guess you can brake later there, but like, Ace lapped me. I'm not gonna.
There's an incident ahead.
So after being hit and being sent to the realm of the back markers, the number 9 and the number 1, who I was fighting for the lead earlier, are still actually battling it out for the lead and having quite a nice battle. And you can even see the number 7 car in the background. But you're probably wondering, Blade, didn't we just see him spin off in front of you? Why, yes. Matter of fact, this is what happened with him. Dug his tire into the grass, lost traction, spun out to the gravel. It's a very common accident here on this track, and especially in this car, which is very tricky to save. I'm gonna push my buttons too far. I really want to take a look at what happened there and get a better view and assessment, because it's like, well. This Fanta car looks awfully familiar because it's the number 9 car who hit me earlier. And as you can tell, he's off the track and in the grass. And if you're like me, you're probably wondering, well, what happened to him? How did he get there? Well, let me just show you. He comes off the little turn here, puts a little too much throttle, and spins out. Now, to say I don't think it was deserved in the moment would be a very false statement to make. But nonetheless, accidents happen. Remember that. I don't know what the idea was.
There's an incident behind. Left side. Still there. Clear. Car on your left. Clear.
Just gonna let them all by and then
Your
just...
front wing is damaged. You might get under.
Oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding.
Left side.
And
Clear.
I don't want to take any more incident points, so I'm having to play it safe, but at the same time, I want to go fast.
Is now leading.
Good. That's the thing that sucks with back markers, especially this track, because you can only pass on either the main straight or the straight into the final corner.
Slow car on the left. There's an incident ahead.
So it's like, you gotta... I'm telling y'all, these cars are really tricky to drive, as this car we're on board with, we just saw spin out in front of me, has the same incident as the number 7 from earlier, losing traction and putting it into the gravel. So yes, I've jumped ahead a few laps because nothing really interesting happens until this point where I'm fighting the number 7 again, but there ends up being something he does that makes me mad, and I'll explain it in a minute why I was actually in the wrong for this, but you'll probably be able to notice it yourself. That could have ended really badly.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
See, now
On the car in front.
that's asking for an accident to happen. Do not ever, under any circumstances, block like that. Now, I will give myself credit where credit is due. To an extent, I am right. But if we go back and watch the incident again, you'll see that I wasn't that close to him, and when he made the move, I had plenty of time to react. But if someone is close behind you and they go to make a move to overtake you, and you do something like that, there will more than likely be an accident. So please, guys, drive fast, defend well, but be smart and safe always, so we can enforce a good driving standard here in the sim racing community.
Left side. Keep to the right. Clear on the left. Last lap.
Anyways, but if you're a reactionary defender and you act purely off of what's happening
Clear on the right.
or what the car behind you does, that is an extremely dangerous defensive maneuver. That's a super dangerous way of defending, and that is how accidents in sims often happen, is people react to a move. I'm not trying to say react, what I'm trying to think. They try to, I don't even know what I'm saying. They dangerously defend the move, like what happened right there. While I was battling my own shenanigans, big props to the number 1 car who actually just drove off into the sunset and took the win to this race. You know, good for him. He drove really well and he deserved it. Not even racing this dude. I'm merely just having fun with it.
Left side. Checkered flag, checkered flag. Bring it back to the pits. We're going.
I gotta do some examining before I conclude this. Just some brief examining, and I'll get back to you. Well, I have no idea what in the world I was talking about there, because I knew that when I finished recording, I was gonna edit the video and examine that and put it into the video like you just watched, but I guess at that time I was just so heated. It doesn't matter. Anyways, that's all I got for y'all today. If you did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. Remember that Jesus loves you, Spongebob Blade, and I'm out. Peace.